Hello everybody, my name is Rolak, and welcome back to another episode of Banjo-Kazooie. In the last episode, we delved into the icy world of Frigid Peak, became a walrus, got some stuff done, and in this episode we're going to be continuing on with Frigid Peak by finishing up the last couple of jiggies, one of which being quite an interesting one actually. So, as a walrus, we want to head up here. No, we do not. I know where to go. I'll see you guys there in a moment. Okay, so just right next to the ramp leading up back to the entrance, we want to head up to this ramp over here. Hey, it's Boggy. What do you got to say, buddy? Hey, Mr. Walrus. Fancy a race? Hop on the sled if you do. So yes, this is a race minigame to grab our next jiggy. All we need to do is steer your sled through the red slalom gates and beat him to the end. Now, this is actually one of the most challenging things in the entire game, because Boggy goes actually pretty fast. But as long as you're just holding up with no real issue, it's not much of a challenge. There's a little trick to this challenge. Boggy will always catch up to you no matter what you do, but if you jump up ramps like this, you actually get a little bit of a speed boost. As for the rest of the race, you're going to have to just try to do your best by going through all the gates. No real issue. Doing so is a bit more difficult than said. If you just focus and maintain straight path. This part is a bit tricky because if you fall in the water, you're going to fall behind. But this should be no real issue if you focus hard enough. This might be a real issue for first-timers, but me not being a first-timer, this is no real issue. Let's go down this ramp. Jump up here, this one, that one, and there's the finish. Yeah, you're too quick for me, Mr. Walrus. Here's a medal. I reckon I need to race some of my own size. That you do, Boggy. Now, what we can do now is actually go back, transform into Banjo-Kazooie, and try to race him. However, Boggy is far too fast for Banjo-Kazooie on their feet, even with the Talon Trot where they get a little speed boost. What we need to do is get the ability from the next level, which is not going to be too far away, but we aren't going to be doing that right away. We'll be finishing up the next level before we actually go back and get the last jiggy from this level. So, unless you count the Mr. Vile minigame, if you couldn't do that before, we are actually going to be cutting this level short off of 9 jiggies instead of 10. This is going to be the only one where it does do that, so it's not really a huge deal. Also, the next level gives off the final power-up, like the next new move. When you compare it to the second game, which I'll be getting into far later down the road, there are not a whole lot of power-ups to be gotten in this game. There's the 6 basic, those are just like the basic movement controls and some like attack moves, but that's nothing too real big. So you got 3 in Mumbo's Mountain, 2 in Treasure Trove Cove, then 1 from here out until like from Clanker's Cavern to the next couple of levels. Let's say that's 3, 2, 5. Clanker's Cavern makes it 6. Bubble Gloop Swamp makes it 7. Frigid Peak is 8. There's only 9 new moves. There's only 9 new moves you can learn in this game. Comparatively to the second game, its dwarves are biting quite a bit. So Baza freaks out at the bear again. So we're going to be taking the noisy orange thing, grabbing our last jiggy. And behind this ice wall appears to be something. Seems to be an icy key of sorts. Now you might be wondering, what is that? That's the biggest tease in possibly video game history. We can't do anything about that at all, no matter what we do with the game. There's 0 chance that we'll be doing any of that anytime soon. So with that, yeah, aside from the last jiggy, I believe, yeah, Frigid Peak's pretty much done. So there's not a whole, oh boy, oh. So that's it. We're pretty much done with the level until we get to the next world and unlock the next power-up there. Now, this seems like it's a weird thing to do, but it is. getting another power up from a different level to do this. Then again, Super Mario 64 did that in like the first world, so it's not a huge deal for players. Second game, however, in the first world, oh, I'm not even gonna get into that. We'll get into it when we get into that game far later down the road. So, just over here, never showed this off in the last episode. So, actually, over here, this is the flight pad switch. So we were, yeah, these are the running shoes. So we don't know how to use those yet because we don't know how to put on shoes until Bottles tells us how to put on shoes. If you activate this activates a flight pad just in the middle of the area, just over there. So like through the caves over there, there's a flight pad going to spawn. However, it's only there for like 12 seconds, and we as Banjo-Kazooie can't make it that fast. So we're gonna have to wait for Bottles to tell us how to use these shoes before we can actually get the Jiggy. Let's go and grab the Mumbo token. I think it's the only thing that's up here at the moment. Yes, it is. Let's go ahead and jump down. Alright. And with 500 notes in our inventory, let's go ahead and open up that next note door that we found just over here within this oddly decrepit Gruntilda head. He's 350. We got 500. Opens up pretty easily. Alright, let's see what we got. Got a big lava pit down there. That looks like lasagna. Anyway, if you fall in there, you will instantly die. So don't fall in there. And just over here is, hey, newest puzzle. For this, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And there we have the next level that is opened. Open up that door over there. And we have opened up Gobi's Valley. Now we could go along the rest of the ways over there, but we don't really have any purpose to go there, since that's a opening of the next world, which we do not have access to yet. Gobi's Valley is actually, the entrance is actually in the room before this one, with the big urn and whatnot. So we're actually going to be heading in there today for this episode. We are going to be, this might be an issue with my current recording. Oh wait, that was for today. Okay, yeah, no real issue. So, if we do try to go across this, it's not going to happen. Only sand eels can survive in there. So, we have to go over here, grab ourselves some wading boots, and now we can go across the sand stuff. I don't really know what it's called. It's not really quicksand because you're not sinking. I guess sand water? I don't know, it's making like a ripple effect, so I don't know what that's got to do with anything. But, you know, okay. Just behind the entrance is Gruntilda again. Grunty's best friend at which school was the awful Saggy Maggie. When relaxing, she usually reads Fat Hag Monthly magazine while sipping a glass of her favorite smoothie elephant sweat. Okay, I didn't mention this before because I actually forgot this. Gruntilda will tell you something different every save file. All her different like answers, or like her different tips or hints or secrets, I guess you can call them, they will be different depending on the save file. So pay attention to what it says on your file, because if you try to do it from this one, it's not going to work. You'll see what I mean later. It's weird to say it like that, but it's weird. It's for later. Anyway, let's head into Gobi's Valley. Here we are. Surprise, surprise, it's a desert level. You'll find one more move in here, Banjo. So right off the bat, Yellow Jinjo's just over here. Very easy to grab. Let's go and say hi to this guy over here. Drunker wants rain. I'm shriveling up. How's your nuts, Bark Breath? Kazooie, legs and feathers help? No, need water, help. There's water surrounding this guy, however, we can't really do anything to get water to him. So we're just gonna go ahead and run up this little sandy wall right up here. We introduce a new enemy just over here. This guy's called a Slappa. Just slap the ground where you were, just do a little ground slam. No real issue. Along the paws of this Jinx over here. Let's go ahead and grab these. Or not Jinx, Sphinx. This guy actually has a name because he's, surprise, surprise, a living creature. He's called Sphinxy. No, Jinxie. He's called Jinxie. That's what he's called. So first of all things, we want to grab our wading boots and go across these sandy pits just to grab these notes. And this Mumbo token. Let's go along, keep doing that. Jump up here, and we're done. Alright, so what we want to do is Jinxie, keep getting the name. Jump over to the paw, jump up to this little base up. Come on. Come on. Jump up. Jump up once more. And one last time. And there we have it. Now, before we do anything else, we actually want to get on the flight pad and go through these ring-looking fellows over here. Go ahead and fly through this one. Summon all the hidden rings of the ancients to beat the witch. So let's go ahead and do that. Where did it spawn? It's somewhere over here. Or I might be entirely wrong. It's near the... I think the... Are these random? I think they are. I don't remember doing this on my last playthrough of the game. So yeah, it's pretty simple. Just fly through the rings and you get a Jiggy. It's very, very simple. Nothing too complicated. That's the thing about this game is that I never really brought up. The Jiggies are actually pretty easy to come across. Like if you see something and you think, oh, can I do it like that? You can most likely do it like that. It's not really it's not really a difficult game to get across. Like Banjo-Kazooie is one of the easier games if you want to just play through it. 100%ing it is a whole different question though, because there are a lot of challenges that are quite difficult even for first timers. But for the most part, it's easily accessible for everybody. And there's no real issue. There's no real issue to play this game. Like, if you want to just go through all the levels and get to the big final level, you can do that if you just get all the Jiggies you can and go through it. So, they're obviously joking about beating the witch, so they'll just spawn a Jiggy on top of Jinxie over there. Let's go ahead and land on top of him, like so. And there we have it. There's our first Jiggy for the world. This world's actually a bit more spaced out than the last couple of levels, so it's going to take some time to grab all the stuff. Grab a Mumbo token on here. There is no Mumbo in this level, by the way. Just jump into one of these. Banjo's is all blocked up. So we're just going to shoot an egg into his nose. That somehow clears it up. And there we have it. Ah, that's cleared Jinxie's nose. Come on inside. So, come on, there we go. So that somehow clears his nose by adding more things into his nose? I don't know how it works, but it just does. Hey, it's a video game. What can you expect from it? Anyway, just along the floor over here is another Slappa. So we'll just wait for him to do that. Slam down, and there we have it. Let's go ahead and grab the last couple of notes just along the floor over here. Grab a honeycomb piece. And what we want to do here in this little Sphinx, just go ahead and aim and shoot. Gotta have a little snack. And just over here is the orange Banjo of the level. We want to rush over here, jump onto this one, do the same along with that. Come on. There we go. As you progress, the carpets will get a tad smaller. Should be no real issue. There we go. And surprise, surprise, the last one has a Jiggy. So far for the first two Jiggies, we're doing quite well. And there are a couple more things that we need to do while we're flying, actually. One of which actually requires a switch to press, so I'll go and find that right away. But for now, let's actually explore a bit of Gobi's Valley. Now, Gobi himself is actually an actual character, which we'll be getting into a bit later. There's a couple of notes alongside this edge. I think that's what it's called. Just be careful not to fall down there, as it is quite a big pit. And the only way to get out is through flight pad, which is located in a very inconvenient spot. So whatever you do, don't fall down. It's my best advice to about anything in this game. Oh, especially in the later levels. I say later levels, but we're actually getting close to, like, the end. Like, after this level, there's only, like, 3 major worlds left. So this is only, like, the 9th part. I should really space these out a bit more often. I don't know the exact length of episodes or how long everything should be. Anyway, just behind here is our green Jinjo. Grab these feathers along with this switch. In that cactus-looking thing, it spawns another, first honeycomb piece for the level. And just on top of this, we want to slam this down and get a head start by going all the way down here. That opens up the pyramid, so we gotta hurry up, get in here. There we have it. Okay, in here. Alright, yes. This is a matching puzzle. First of all, things we want to grab the notes just along the corners. Alright. Now, I have actually done this quite a bit, so I might know where everything actually is, unless it's random every game playthrough. No, it isn't. Okay, we're on a time limit. I'll try to remember where everything is. I know the Banjo head's just over here. Banjo again. Note, I believe, is down here. Yep. Feather is here? Nope, that's a honeycomb piece. Come on. Mumbo is in this corner. Yep. Over here. That's where the feather is. On that. This, I believe, is Kazooie. Kazooie is over here. Yes. Here is the honeycomb piece. Blue egg is just over here. And the last two, which are a Jinjo, and right next to each other. And there's our next Jiggy for the world. Now, surprisingly, we've actually been going on for quite a while. Huh. Should really end it here? Might as well just get some more episodes out, I guess. I need to record one more episode for now. So, yeah, that's it. We did quite a lot. We finished up what we could in Freezeezy Peak. And we got started on our new world of Gobi's Valley. So, in the next episode of Banjo-Kazooie, we're going to be exploring the rest of the desert, seeing what we can find, and hopefully finishing up then, because I don't want to record another episode of this. See you guys then.